Most nations are born from centuries of shared history, but the Republic of Texas was born in a bloody, 11-minute sprint through a swamp. Not a marathon, not a jog, 11 minutes. In 1836, a group of farmers, lawyers, and frontiersmen did the impossible. They stood up to a world-class army, stared down a dictator, and ripped a brand new country out of the map of North America. Independence they fought for, and independence they got. For almost a decade, Texas didn't belong to a king or a president. It belonged to no one but itself. Basically, the original freedom state. The monies paid for the flag weren't found in a treasury. They were paid for in lives at the Alamo and Goliad. No receipt, no refund policy. When the dust settled at San Jacinto, Texas was land rich and money poor. The new government had exactly $0 in the bank and a massive debt from the war. Think of it like taking out a mortgage with no money. To survive, they did the only thing they could. They printed their own money, called redbacks. By the end of the Republic, the Texas dollar was worth about 2 cents. That's not inflation, that's a currency crash. Being independent was a glorious dream, but it was an expensive nightmare as well. Imagine a country with the landmass of France, but the population of a small, modern city. That was the Republic. From the first capital in Columbia to the final home in Austin, the government was a traveling circus. Sam Houston, the first president, wanted to join the United States immediately. But Lamar, the second president, wanted to build an empire that reached the Pacific Ocean. Basically, Houston said, let's cop statehood. Lamar said, let's conquer an empire. While they argued, the Republic sat on a knife's edge, threatened by Mexico to the south and the powerful Comanche Empire to the west. Two brutal enemies, zero help. You think modern politics is messy? In 1842, the Archive War broke out when Sam Houston tried to move the national records out of Austin. He thought the city was too dangerous. The city of Austin literally loaded a cannon and fired on the men trying to take the papers. They refused to let their city die. That's not a metaphor. They cannon fired at their own government. The people of the Republic were so stubborn, they fought their own government just to keep the capital from moving. That's not just Texas pride, that's Texas DNA. By 1845, the dream of an independent empire was fading under the weight of debt and constant border raids. The United States, finally gripped by manifest destiny, came knocking with an offer. Provide military protection in exchange for that one Lone Star joining the blue field of the Union. It was a deal Texas couldn't refuse, but it came with a unique catch. Texas kept its public lands because the United States refused to pay off Texas debt. Eventually, Texas sold some of its land for $10 million in federal bonds. The Republic of Texas lasted nearly 10 years, but those years defined our DNA. It's why we don't just feel like a state, we feel like a country. We entered the Union as a sovereign nation. The flag changed, but the Lone Star stayed. Permanent reminder of the decade we stood on our own 2 feet and told the rest of the world to watch us work. 10 years, 1 star, world famous pride.